Especially because that safe house is as close as it can get. It cannot get closer. Do not enter. Do not tell me what to do. Oh look, there is beer in here that I cannot drink. Or do anything with. That's another thing. I really appreciate that they put a lot of detail on environments. It makes places feel unique. But if you cannot interact with the environment, it doesn't matter that you make unique places if they are just there for decoration. You know what I mean? It's hard to explain, but it doesn't matter how unique it feels if you cannot actually interact with. $227, $228, $228. Thank God you have it. Oh, it's an 80 minutes, you fuckface. Oh, and it's a large consignment, so I need a vehicle. Because I will not be able to do... Oh my god, that is going to be hard. That is going to be hard. I don't think I will be able to do this. Yeah. How much is it? An hour, 60 minutes. That means that I have to do it in like 30 minutes to actually get the S rank. It's 480 kilos. And it's a shit ton of packages, isn't it? Which means that I will need a vehicle. I will need a vehicle somewhere along the way. If you're wondering why I'm trying to get the S rank on this one, it's because I don't want to have to repeat it. So if I'm going to do a mission, I want that mission to be an S rank. So I don't have to do it again. Where's the closest zipline I have? No, no, no. Stop talking to yourself. Okay, the closest zipline I have is to my left. It's that one in there. So the idea is to have a car on the distro center, take the things to the distro center, leave the things on the car, and then take it to Lake Knot City. That would be the most efficient way to do that. It would take me probably like 2 or 3 trips, but it's all. And the thing is that traveling with the zipline, even though I'm going the long way around, is still faster than going through the mule camp. Well, it would be, being honest, it would be easier to clear the mule camp. The problem is the weather station area. The weather station area is really hard to traverse with a vehicle. Because there is a lot of rocks in there, there are BTs. It's not probably not the best way to go through. I honestly prefer to take the long way around. Because it's going to take me like, what, 5 minutes out of the 30? I feel like I'm a speedrunner talking about all this shit, and I'm not a speedrunner. I'm just trying to get the most efficient time. Well, it technically sounds like a speedrunner because I'm trying to improve times. So it kinda is like what the speedrunners do. But yeah, the idea would be to get all this way with the cargo, get to the weather station. From the weather station we go down and across the river. And across the river I will leave the vehicle there, not on the road, but on the patch of dirt where I fix the zipline. I get out of the zipline, I leave the things in the vehicle, I get back on the zipline, I go back to the farm, and I put the things on the vehicle again. And it takes me like 3 minutes from what I've seen. Between 3 and 5 minutes. With the vehicle, the problem is that, again, there is a lot of rocks, and going through those rocks is hard enough with the bike, but with the car it's almost impossible. Okay, I just have to walk to the other way now. Get to the road, get a car in here, leave the things in the car, and get going. I don't know how mission 148, 228 and 145 are connected, because the only thing is that I'm assuming mission 145 is the mission that you get when you get the boss fight, the mission of taking things to Lake Knot City using the ferry, and I'm assuming that the mission 228 is taking things to Lake Knot City to send back to the first map. So it would make sense that you send things one way and they send things the other way. But it's like the most bullshit respawning mechanic I have ever seen, especially because no one tells you that is the respawning mechanic. And I know I sound super entitled because let's be honest, video games before were harder. Video games before didn't tell you what to do most of the time. They were arcade, you had to find things on your own. I do remember that. I lived through those years of the video games. But nowadays it's not that way, so having a game that is not holding your hand for absolutely everything, but not holding your hand where it needs to, which is, you know, completing the fucking final missions, is kind of annoying. Because if the game was just not holding your hand at all, I wouldn't be as angry. The problem is that it's holding my hand for absolutely everything, treating me like I'm stupid. And then for things like knowing when a mission will be ready and when will I be able to actually play a mission, there is absolutely nothing I can do. So yeah. I need my biggest vehicle. Is the level 2 the biggest one I have? I'm pretty sure I have a level 3. Fabricate equipment. Hey, I said it on the first try. Fabricate equipment. I didn't say fabricate. Okay, long range. Do I lose storage on long range? Improved version of long range level 2, 6 additional batteries, can carry large amounts of cargo, which will be protected from the effects of both timefall and mule attacks. This truck unfortunately shares limitations with the base model when it comes to rough ground. Blah blah blah. Okay, so I can guess it. I wish there was more variety on vehicles also, because there is not, like, at all. Oh, I have the special beer in here for the... I mean, if the other one wasn't time sensitive, I would deliver that, but the other mission is time sensitive, so I cannot. Can I? Thank you. Do I have my car in here? Yeah, I wish there was more variety on vehicles, like for example, uh, trucks that have less storage but are better at traversing really rough terrain. Because let's be honest, most of the trucks in here are completely useless unless you are on a road. They are really hard to handle even on the roads, so you can imagine how hard to handle they are on rougher terrains. Because if you do a sharp turn, you will flip the car. So I wish there was more variety on the vehicle types. The bikes, the bikes, you have two types of bikes. You have defense or battery. Those are the only two types of bikes you get. And for the cars are pretty much the same. You get defense or battery, or the mule carts when you are able to steal them. Okay, let's park it here. Yeah, stretch your legs. By stretching your legs, you mean your arms, because you're going to use the zip line. Stop punching things. If there is someone here that wants to punch things, it's me. Especially the game. How is it noon already? God. Well, I started late, so it makes sense that it's noon. I've been streaming for 1 hour when I should have been streaming for 2. It makes sense. Should have gone to the upper one. I don't know if this one connects me. It kinda connects me to the other one. It's kinda like a shortcut, but it's not. Thank God I built this zipline system. It's not the most useful thing, but for the parts of the map that don't have a road, because again with the road you have pretty much everything solved. But the parts of the map that don't have a road are really hard to traverse. I'm glad I built this. Again, probably not the most efficient. Probably it could be handled better. I did it efficient to go to the mountain areas, etc. Not efficient for time-sensitive missions. So it could be more like in a straight line from point A to point B. Instead of being all the way around, going through the mountain and going up the mountain, and going through the edge of the mountain, but it goes into the mountain to some of the shelters that are there. Okay, we are approaching the mule camp. I could probably build... No, it's just saving time for the sake of saving time. I was thinking about building a locker in there, but it makes no sense. I mean, if I wanted to, I could probably get the car, and with the car take the things to that zip line in there, but it's like just 2 zip line trips away, so it doesn't really make a lot of sense. Don't attack, please, thank you. I mean, it kinda makes some sense. Not a lot of it, but some. Let's get the old man out of the roof and let's put it to work.